to Pub Quiz number 1. I'm A from Quizzes with A. I hope you enjoyed the quiz, and if you want to see more content like this, please hit like and subscribe. There'll be 4 rounds in today's quiz, as above. Each round will consist of 10 questions, each worth 1 point. 2 rounds will be presented, then the answers for those rounds will be revealed. If you wish, grab some paper and pen to keep track of your answers, and share your score in the comments below. Let's get into round 1, entertainment. Question 1. Name this actor. Question 2. What year was The Wizard of Oz released? Question 3. Which musician was born Sean Corey Carter? Question 4. What is the first space after Go on the London Monopoly board? Question 5. Who is the director of the film Jurassic Park? Question 6. Which movie won Best Picture in the 2020 Academy Awards? Question 7. Name the first Funko Pop vinyl figure produced. Question 8. In Texas Hold'em Poker, what is the lowest ranking hand which requires 5 cards? Question 9. What year was Spirited Away released? Which band released the songs Strawberry Fields Forever and Don't Let Me Down? This brings us to our geography round. Question 1. Name this country. Question 2. What is the capital city of Laos? Question 3. Which is the smallest country in the world by area? Question 4. What is the official language of Egypt? Question 5. Name a country that shares a border with Turkey. Question 6. How many countries make up Great Britain? Question 7. What number state is California in the USA? Question 8. By area, what is the largest country in South America? Question 9. What year did the United States of America flag get 50 stars? And question 10. What country has the most natural lakes in the world? And that brings us to our answers for the entertainment round. Question 1. Name this actor. This is Robert De Niro. Question 2. What year was The Wizard of Oz released? That was 1939. Question 3. Which musician was born Sean Corey Carter? That's Jay-Z. What is the first space after go on the London Monopoly board? That is Old Kent Road. Who is the director of the film Jurassic Park? It is, of course, Steven Spielberg. Which movie won Best Picture in the 2020 Academy Awards? That's Parasite, which was the first non-English film to win Best Picture. Name the first Funko Pop vinyl figure produced. So that was Batman, who was released in 2011. However, a prototype line featuring Batman, Batgirl and Green Lantern was released in 2010, so I will accept any of those answers as well. In Texas Hold'em Poker, what is the lowest ranking hand which requires 5 cards? That is a straight. Question 9. What year was Spirited Away released? It was released in 2001. Question 10. Which band released the songs Strawberry Fields Forever and Don't Let Me Down? It was the Beatles. And that leads us into the answers for our geography round. So name this country. This is Panama. The capital city of Laos. Please forgive me if I mispronounce this. Vientiane. On to question 3. Which is the smallest country in the world by area? It is the Vatican City, which comes in at 0.49 square kilometers or 0.19 square miles. But if you said Monaco, you are very close, as that comes in second at just over 2 square kilometers or 0.78 square miles. Question 4. What is the official language of Egypt? It is Arabic. Question 5. Name a country that shares a border with Turkey. So Turkey actually borders 8 countries, and these are Bulgaria, Greece, Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iran, Iraq, and Syria. Question 6. How many countries make up Great Britain? So the answer to that is 3. England, Scotland, and Wales. While Northern Ireland is part of the United Kingdom, it is not part of Great Britain. Question 7. What number state is California in the USA? It is the 31st state. By area, what is the largest country in South America? That is Brazil. Question 9. What year did the United States of America flag get 50 stars? It was 1960. And finally, question 10. What country has the most natural lakes in the world? It is Canada, which contains 62% of the world's natural lakes. Now into the nature round. Question 1. Name this animal. So that's 1 point for the animal and a bonus point if you can name the species. Question 2. What is the average lifespan of a sheep? Answer in years. Question 3. Which type of animal was commonly sent down mines to assist with testing the air? I will accept 2 types of animals for this question. Question 4. What is the deepest ocean in the world? Question 5. What is the scientific name for dandelions? Question 6. Which of the following terms describes a rhino's diet? Question 7. How many species of wild roses have been identified? I'll take responses within 10 for this answer. Question 8. Which sea sits between Colombia and Cuba? Question 9. What is the area of the Amazon rainforest? And question 10. Name this species of dog. And that brings us to our general knowledge round. Question 1. Who is this historical figure? Question 2. What year was Wi-Fi invented? Question 3. What is the currency of Uruguay? Question 4. What year did India gain independence? I will accept answers 5 years either side of this answer. Question 5. How many feet make up 1 meter? Please round your response to the nearest one unless you wish to challenge yourself. Question 6. Which food group is the best source of potassium? Question 7. What was the first country to sell cherry Coke? Question 8. What is the first prime number after 23? Question 9. Jib, bung and rudder are all parts of a what? And question 10. In feet, what is the height of a regulation basketball hoop? And that brings us to the answers for the nature round. Number 1, name this animal. It's the pied or the badger bat. What is the average lifespan of a sheep? That is 2 to 5 years. Question 3. Which type of animal was commonly sent down mines to assist with testing the air? So there are 2 responses that I'll accept for this one. Most common being canaries, but mice would also be sent down to test for carbon monoxide. Question 4. What is the deepest ocean in the world? That is the Pacific Ocean, which contains the Mariana Trench. The deepest point of this, known as Challenger Deep, reaches 10,935 meters or 35,876 feet. Question 5. What is the scientific name for dandelions? It is A. Taraxacum. Bellis is a daisy. Rosa is a rose. And Narcissus is daffodil. Question 6. Which of the following terms describes a rhino's diet? It is B. Herbivore. And there are 5 species of rhinos. Question 7. How many species of wild roses have been identified? And just a reminder, I'll take responses within 10 for this answer. There are currently 150 known species of wild roses, so I'll accept answers from 140 to 160. Question 8. Which sea sits between Colombia and Cuba? It is D, the Caribbean Sea. Question 9. What is the area of the Amazon rainforest? So it is D, 6.7 million square kilometers, and this is spread across South America and is roughly twice the size of India. And finally, name this species of dog. It is, of course, a Pomeranian. Now into our answers for the final round, general knowledge. Who is this historical figure? This is Queen Elizabeth I. Ascending to the throne in 1558, she reigned England and Ireland for over 44 years. What year was Wi-Fi invented? It was D, 1997. Question 3. What is the currency of Uruguay? It is the Uruguayan peso. Question 4. What year did India gain independence? It was 1947, so I'll accept answers from 1942 to 1952. Question 5. How many feet make up 1 meter? Rounded to the nearest one, this is 3, but more precisely it is 3.28. Which food group is the best known source of potassium? So this is a bit of a tricky one. The answer is B, vegetables and fruits, although some nuts and legumes contain potassium also. Question 7. What was the first country to sell cherry Coke? That was the United States of America in 1982. Question 8. What is the first prime number after 23? It is 29. Question 9. Jib, bung and rudder are all parts of a what? They are all parts of a boat or a ship. And finally, question 10. In feet, what is the height of a regulation basketball hoop? That is 10 feet, which stands at just over 3 meters. Thanks for joining me for this pub quiz. How did you fare? Comment your score below, and if you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. Additionally, if there are any topics you would like me to cover, please let me know in the comments below. Until next time.